I just got married. No, I don't clap for that. Marriage is rough. Marriage is like having cable with just one channel. The same thing come on every day. And when you're married, you gotta hang around other married people, because you can't hang around single people, because they bring other fine women around. You're like, ooh, is she available? I hang around my boy. He been married like for 8 years. He videotaped his wedding day, never watched it. 8 years later, now he watches every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off her finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her mother, getting back in the limo back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
See, this is very personal to me because I'm like the last of my guy friends who have never gotten married, and their wives, they don't want them playing with me. You know, I'm like the escaped slave. I bring news of freedom. You know, it's not a good thing to have me around, you know. Keep the husbands in the dark. They're happier that way. But, you know, all my married friends, I knew these guys when they were young, and they were Mustangs. They used to do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and now they are not Mustangs. They're that horse in Central Park with the blinders on, you know, just going around in a circle in a cloud of flies and shitting in a bucket, you know, just... And you've never been married?
I have never been married.
Well, I got to tell you, as someone a little older than you.
Yes.
When you reach that age, you've never been married, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah?
I'm just saying, if you've been single this long, you get set in your ways, and single becomes normal.
And I don't regret it. I'm 37 years old, you know, and I like living the lifestyle that I lead. I don't want kids. I don't want to get married. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do any of that.
We need more like you out there.
But women are afraid to say that a lot of times. They don't, you know, because other women say, oh, you'd be a great mom. No, I wouldn't. I would be a terrible mother.
Right.
I would be a bad mother. I don't even like other people's kids.
Right. Honey, you're talking about the original.
And
people say, you know, we're going to have a kid, it'll be save the marriage.
Yeah.
And then the kid just lies in a crib. It doesn't save the marriage at all.
It doesn't save the marriage. It really doesn't. It's like it gives you like another 2 years, because relationships go for 2 years, and then they have to have a kid to save it, and then it lasts another 2 years, and then they break up.
I think people who are married very often have kids because they're not having sex anyway.
Right.
And if they have a kid, then they have an excuse not to have sex.
Well,
we have a child. We can't. The child in the next room.
We have a shared bed.
Yeah.
You know, we keep the kid in bed.
People very often say to me, you know, you're anti-marriage. I am not anti-marriage.
No.
I know a lot of people who are happily married. Mm-hmm. Not a lot. Some.
Some. I was going to say.
All right, one guy. But I mean, if it works for you, you know, it just doesn't work for everybody. But look, I am not against marriage. I am not, never have been. I'm against marriage for me, but this is a very personal issue. I get it. Some people, they would be lost without their spouse. I know guys who hate it when their wife is out of town. One guy, okay. What, you had to bust me on that so quickly? One guy, but he's sincere about it. There's this meme. Is this a meme, kids? I think this is a meme. I hear it all the time. Happy wife, happy life, which, you know, it sounds so sweet, but it's really a threat, isn't it? I mean, it's just it's a nice life you got there. Shame if anything would have happened to it. So I think you do want to go to the store and pick up those items, don't you? I thought you did. The other marriage cliche I love, I hear it all the time. Celebrities love to say it. They ask the couple, you know, what's the secret of your marriage? And the guy always says, oh, she keeps me grounded. Yeah, I was doing all this soaring. Luckily, I got this bitch to remind me that I'm not all that, so that's great. New rule, now that Alex Barker and Aaron Smith, who both have the same rare condition that leaves them unable to smile, have met, dated, and gotten engaged, someone has to tell them things are going to get easier because this is what every couple looks like after a few years.
Not true.
You've contributed to the DSCC.
I'm still feeling it.
But where do you get this money?
Because no divorces, no alimonies.
State is men's nature and not
The
some
natural
compromise
state for
between
us.
both.
I wasn't saying for you, I was saying for us.
But wait a minute, how's the species going to continue if it's just your nature?
But it isn't just our nature. You see why I don't get married?
Do not try to compete with your girlfriend. She's better looking than you. She wears the makeup. Come on. You ever see a woman without her makeup for the first time and just think, who the fuck is that guy? You see, even the women have to give me that one, because you've all seen one of your friends and thought, Jane's looking a lot like Dave lately. This is ridiculous.
I don't have a home. I don't have a car. I didn't eat yesterday. I had to borrow these clothes. She took it all! I was married for 2 years, and I think someone put a primal scream! But I try not to have an attitude about it. I want to get along with women, you know. But I'm going around, I'm trying to talk people out of getting married if I can. I did it. It doesn't work. Didn't work for me. You ever been married? What's your name? Gary. Well, Gary, if you ever think about getting married, if you ever think you've met the right girl, you want to settle down, get a house, get a car, will you do me a favor, Gary? Remember this face. Because if you get married, Gary, that'll be your face every day. It's the face of every married man when he wakes up in the morning, he gets out of bed, he looks in the mirror, he realizes what he's done, he goes, oh! What did I do to my life? I used to make my own decisions, I remember. It's true. It's true. I was married for 2 years. My life was so boring, I actually worried about my yard. The rest of my friends had goals, careers, adventures. They're out doing things with their lives. I was out there looking for crabgrass, weeds and stuff, going, I've got a responsibility to the neighborhood here to keep a good yard. Yeah, this was my life. I didn't have any kids, though. That's good. That's real hell. You seen those guys with the strollers? The little babies? Have you seen those guys walking the streets? With that look on their face like they envy the dead? It's like... Gary. There's only one good thing about marriage. The best thing about marriage is that these are connected. You know what I mean? Men can keep their Johnsons. That's about it. Oh, you don't know that word Johnsons here, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Winky, as it were. You know what I'm saying, guys? They're connected. They don't come off. Because if they did, the women would take them. They would. They go, well, you're married now. You won't be needing that. I'll just take care of that for you, okay? Now, if you need it, it'll be my purse or in the refrigerator.
Age where everybody I know is getting married. People, let me ask you a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know what I mean? Isn't anybody looking at the stats? What's it like, 3 out of 4 marriages go right down the drain now? People, if you were going skydiving and they told you 3 out of 4 parachutes weren't going to open, you'd be like, yo, forget it, I'm not going. I don't like those odds.
Nothing gets you ready for marriage, man. Nothing. Nobody. Nothing gets you ready for marriage. Nobody tells you that once you get married, you will never fuck again. If you like fucking, marriage ain't for you. Shit, I haven't fucked in 7 years. I've had intercourse. See, intercourse when she gets out of the shower on the nice sheets. Fucking's in the back of a rental car. When your woman go, come on, get some. Nobody gets you ready for that shit. Nobody tells you that once you get married, you will never get pussy again. If you like pussy, marriage ain't for you. I haven't had pussy in 7 years. I've had vagina. I hate vagina. I came out of vagina. As soon as I got out, I said, man, I got to get me some pussy. See, they don't prepare you. They don't tell you. Married women don't have pussies. Married women have vaginas. If you go to a wedding and the woman's throwing a bouquet, she ain't throwing a bouquet, she's throwing the pussy. I won't be needing this no more. And the woman that catches it next gonna get married. You know why? Because now she got 2 pussies. You gotta marry the 2 pussy girl. But it ain't just men that lose out on marriage. Women, you lose out too. Women, once you get married, he will never lick your pussy again. Pussy, vagina, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He will never lick your pussy again. I see some married women with tears in their eyes right now. He will never lick your pussy again. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. He will never lick your pussy again. That's right. Oh, don't get me wrong. He'll give it 1 coat. But he ain't gonna put the finish on it like he used to. He used to put a spit shine on your pussy. You had to put on shades just to look at your pussy. Put a little sticker next to your pussy. Objects in pussy may appear closer than they actually are. Nobody gets you ready for this shit. That's right, fellas. Once you get married, no more blowjobs. If you like blowjobs, marriage ain't for you. I haven't had a blowjob in 7 years. I've had fellatio. See, when you're single, you get the best blowjobs in the world. 8, 12, 15 minutes straight. Like the girl's auditioning on your dick. Like she's giving your dick a second opinion. Like she's going for her scuba license. You get married, every married man I know gets the same lazy-ass blowjob. It's like 3 legs, like, and they're hard, put it in. I gotta fold these clothes. What kind of lazy-ass blowjob is this shit? If we was at a restaurant, I would send it back. Waiter, this blowjob ain't ready yet. Yo, marriage is tough, man. Marriage is real fucking tough, man. Marriage is so tough, Nelson Mandela got a divorce. Nelson Mandela got a fucking divorce. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in a South African prison. Got beaten and tortured every day for 27 years and did it with no fucking problem. Made to do hard labor in 100-degree South African heat for 27 years and did it with no problem. He got out of jail after 27 years of torture, spent 6 months with his wife, and said, I can't take this shit no more.